Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make a petal rose ruffled dress. So this is the type of ruffled dress. I want to show you how I made the ruffles on the skirt. So you are going to double the waist circumference, and note your center and your side. So by folding into two, you can get your center, then mark out the zipper allowance. After marking out the zipper allowance, you can also fold into four to be able to get your side. So, and that is what I have done. This is the side, so, and this is the center. So I'm going to open it up. I have ironed it so that it is visible. So open it up, and as you can see, this is the skirt. This is the skirt where the ruffled will be placed on. The skirt can be of any length, any desired length that you want. So, but just the circumference must be doubled. Double the waist circumference. Then mark the center. Just locate a point on the center front. You can start your ruffles on any part of the on the side or on the center front. So just make a just take a mark like a cross mark. So after making that cross, then you are going to take 1 inch from the center point. Take 1 inch for this from the center point. Just make sure you make a 4 cardinal point like I have done. So after that, you are going to take the 1 inch from the center point. So that 1 inch, you take it in order to form a circumference. Then after that, use your chalk to trace it out to be able to form a circumference and making it a uniform circumference. So after you have done that, you're going to go ahead, because this what I want to form here is I want to place the ruffles on the spiral. So you're going to mark another 1 inch from this spot. So after marking the 1 inch, connect it to this side or the other side. The other side can be better to form a 6, to form figure 6. Then after you have done that, so you now continue to mark 1 inch from the center circle. 1 inch from the center circle, mark the 1 inch all through. You go like so, round. So, and then that spiral shape will be the shape where you pleat on, that you're going to pleat on, or you are going to gather your petal shape on. So I'm going to mark the 1 inch like so. Just make sure that the measurement you are marking is uniform all through. Mark like so. So when I get here, I'm going to mark from this point. You can see the way I place my tape measure. Then go like that. Take your measurement like that, on and on like that. Then after you have marked it, use your chalk to make the points visible. Use your chalk to trace it out. Use your chalk to make sure the spirals are visible. So if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so as to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you. So continue to draw it like so. Having done that, mark 1 inch away from the waistline. Take measurement of 1 inch away from the waistline, and the essence of this is to be able to, I'm still going to put I'm going to pleat on this waistline to be able to finish up whatever I have done, to have a nice finishing at the end of the dress making. So I'm going, and also to be able to have a sewing allowance on the waistline. So just leave 1 inch away, don't get to that 1 inch. Then continue to draw your circle. Continue to make the spiral shape like so. So let the process continue. Then you are going to move to the side. So I'm still going to repeat the same process. Mark the center. This is the side. Mark the center. Then draw your 4 cardinal points. Then from the center point, mark 1 inch. Then that is what I have done. I repeated the process I did for the center front. And then for the side, you are going to fill it up by 1 inch circumference. Fill it up like so. Fill it up until everywhere is filled up. So the next thing to do is to cut out what I'm going to use to pleat on all the spiral shape. So you can get a light scuba, or it will be better for you to use a very hard scuba, or a poly material will be better. So make sure you mark, first of all, mark 1 inch like I'm doing. Mark 1 inch like so. Sorry that the chalk is not that visible. Just mark 1 inch like so on a straight line. After marking it, that 1 inch will serve as your sewing allowance. It will serve as your sewing allowance. Then from that point, take your measurement and divide it into 2 so that you'll be able to get the center. Then mark the center. And from that point, take the width of your petal shape. Then I will show you what I'm going to use to draw the petal shape to this end and to the other end. So to take the width of the petal shape, mark 2 inches like so. Mark 2 inches away from the previous line. Then mark it out. 2 inches away is the width of your petal shape. Just mark the 2 inches all through away from the former line. 2 inches. Just mark 2 inches like so. So after marking the 2 inches, make sure the line is visible. Make sure the line is visible. Then, having done that, bring a shape. This I'm using a sellotape because of the circumference. Make sure you use a round object. So the round object will end at the line you mark. You know, the 2 inches I marked, I make sure it ends at that line. So I'm going to take the shape like this. It will be like a half circle. So I'm going to mark a half circle like so. The half circle is ending on the last line that I drew. So take it on and on like that. Make sure you take the shape of that half circle, just like an half circle. Take it on and on like that. Another half circle here. Let it end on each other, and let it start from the last one that you draw. So just mark it like so. So make sure it is uniform. It is ending on that 2 inches line. So make sure it is uniform, that it is ending on the 2 inches line. So you can do that for the other side also. So the next thing to do is to cut it out. I'm going to do that for the other side also when I get it. So I'm going to go ahead now and cut it out with my pinking shears. So this is like a zigzag scissors so that the thread will not fray. So, and that is what I'm doing right away. Cut it carefully. Cut it carefully. If there is any irregular edges, you can recut and reshape it so as to make it uniform. And having done that, the next thing to do is to open it up, and this is what I'm going to pleat on the skirt. So I will go ahead and start the pleating from the biggest circumference, the biggest spiral. I will start the pleating from there. You can gather it if you have enough fabric. just go on and on like so, go on and on like so till you finish up the pleating. Go on and on like so till you finish up the pleating. So right now I'll go on the machine now and do the sewing. So I'm going to pleat it like so. I'm going to pleat it like so. You can gather it if you have enough fabric. As I told you, you can gather it if you have enough fabric. So go on and on like that. So I've almost gotten to the end of it. So I'm still going to follow the spiral shape that is inside. I'm pleating on the shape that I drew the other time. As you can see, the petal shape is being formed right away. So you can use your hand needle to tack in the inside if it is not convenient to sew it again. So since I'm going to reverse here, I'm going to reverse my stitch here. Make sure you stitch everything closely. So that's why I said if you cannot use your sewing machine, you can use your hand needle when you have gotten to this part. So this is how I made the ruffled petal dress. So if you like my video, don't hesitate to subscribe and also share and give us a thumbs up. If there is any question, please leave it in the comment section. So I'm going to reply as soon as I see it. Our online and offline classes are still ongoing. If you are interested, you can contact the number on the screen for more inquiries. So this is the result of my petal rose ruffled dress.